Hi, guys, and welcome back to the episode 6 of Millie and Billy No Ball.
So today we're talking about my near-death experience, how New Zealand athletes starting 11.
And our predictions for the Women's Euros. Why don't we just start by, Millie, you explaining what's happened to your head?
Yeah, to get it out of the way, you can probably see, but I've got 8 stitches in my eyebrow, and a little bit of the remainder of a black eye. It's a lot less swollen, so it actually looks not bad now, but yeah, I went for a header and basically hit the post.
Yeah, I was watching your game last night, and the commentator was like, yeah, like that's Millie Clegg. Like last week, she went to hit the ball and she bashed her head into the goalpost, and the opposing team had to like call the medical team over. And I was, oh, not my girl. Like,
Yeah. I had to get a full head wrap around my head, so I did look probably like Frankenstein or crazy, and my whole eye was open and gushing blood. So it actually surprisingly didn't really hurt. It only started throbbing the next day, but honestly, the embarrassment from seeing the photos was enough.
and also, of all places, why the eyebrows? Like, your eyebrows are
Yeah,
your favorite things.
literally, my eyebrows might be my best feature. Not to hype myself up
Well, they
or
are.
anything,
Like,
but they're low key really good. Um, and of course the eyebrow, but honestly, it kind of went right in the middle of the eyebrow. So hopefully they sew it back together
yeah.
and the eyebrows keep growing, but
Yeah, as long as the eyebrow hairs are still there, I feel like you'll be
yeah,
fine.
yeah, but not
Not
ideal.
ideal. No, not ideal. I was just in Croatia with our friend Izzy. I went clubbing in a castle, which was really unlike me. That was really fun. There was lots of Australians in Croatia. I spent a week in London hanging out, and then uni started. As it is the start of semester 2, we thought we would have a little chat and reflect on our time at school and our time with football at school and talk about deciding between going down the club pathway or school pathway and how you can balance that and the pressure on both sides, I suppose.
Yeah. Um, well, for me, I played school football from year 9 to year 11, basically. A little bit, not so much in year 11. Oh, no, I did play in year 11.
Mm.
It was year 12 that I didn't really do much because I wasn't really at school much. Um, but yeah, I think for me it was the best thing ever. I think every case is different. Like it depends what school you're going to, but Mags was obviously a pretty good football school. So I had an amazing coach there, Rudy. He'd coached my brothers and he coached me the first in year 9. And a lot of the time I trained with boys, the boys academy and stuff like that. So I think for me that was really important and I was able to balance school and club. For me, I think it might have been different because I was playing in a boys team, but they were on the weekend and then girls was I think it was a Wednesday.
Wednesdays, yeah,
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
So it all worked out and I was able to do trainings and games. It was obviously a lot because obviously there was probably 2 trainings a week for my club team and then 2 or 3 depending on if I did an academy session with the boys or whatever for school plus 2 games. So it was a lot, but I think when you're young it doesn't really matter. You
And
just
it doesn't really feel like a lot. You just go
yeah,
and do it.
exactly.
And then,
And, most of it's the school trainings were either before school or sometimes we had an academy during school, so that was fine. It didn't really feel like an extra workload.
yeah.
But looking back, I'm like, wow, I would have been exhausted trying to do that now.
Mm. I
But it
think,
just worked.
yeah. Like, when I think back on those, like, sick, have to wake up so early to go to those trainings. I don't know how I did it, but I
Yeah.
think my favorite part of like school football was actually futsal. Like, I think I
Really?
played it in year 9 and 10. And because it was in term one and it was mainly in term one, so it didn't really clash with club football. And I found it so fun, and because it wasn't like that serious. And I think I remember playing on like a couple of tournaments as well, like during school, and they were really fun. But there definitely was, by the time I got to year 11 ish, pressure from not so much from club because I was just playing club for fun and because it was like with my friends, but at school there was definitely pressure to prioritize school over club, even
Yeah.
though like I preferred club, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I think also a lot of the girls struggled deciding because the game days clashed. And then if some of the, I remember having conversations with some of the girls and they were playing Prem Women and like they had a training on the Wednesday, which was the same day as the game for school. And if they wanted to play on the weekend for Prem Women, like you kind of had to train during the week. So I think that was kind of a dilemma for a lot of people. It was a lot harder for me in 2022. That's kind of when I didn't play as much school football because I had New Zealand football commitments and stuff like that. And then it was kind of getting a little like, oh, like you can't play every week. Like, what is going on? I think I only played 2 games that year for school.
Surely
Just
they just like want you to play anyway, just so like they could have you on the team.
yeah, but then I had FFDP trainings and stuff like that. So it just didn't really work out. And that's when I kind of had to prioritize. Like, I've played school football, it's got me so far. Like, I had so much fun. Like, year 9 tournament week, that was like one of my favorite memories from school football. But like, now that I'm kind of in the New Zealand football scene, I've obviously got to prioritize that. And I had 2 World Cups that year, and I wasn't really gonna like miss those trainings to play school football if it meant I wasn't gonna get in a World Cup team. You have to like know what you want at the end of the day and prioritize that. But it
Yeah.
is hard because playing with your friends at school was honestly like some of the best times ever.
I think it's also quite challenging because I felt pressure to prioritize school football because it meant like I could be more involved at school.
It's like you kind of have to like really weigh up what you prioritize and what you value and what you want out of it. So if it's to like get a good
Yeah.
grade or if you want to get a leadership role in year 13, like you probably have to stick it out and play school football or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
That was definitely the case for me. Like of
Yeah.
like I don't get me wrong, I literally loved school football. Like tournament weeks were so much fun, and the girls would just like our coach for the last 2 years was like the sweetest man ever, and we had the best time. But like the standard wasn't like I wasn't really playing to like obviously I was like 17 at that point. Like I'm not playing to improve football at 17. Like I'm playing to have fun, and I think that is kind of nice when you're if you are someone that's like focused more on academics or kind of reached a point of your sport where you're more playing to have fun. I think getting involved in school can be a really good thing because it means you know people in different year groups and it gives you an opportunity to like be a leader within that team. But then obviously if you're trying to be, really take your sport somewhere, then in a sport like football, you're going to get more noticed at club. People aren't really going to, I wouldn't say, school football games to find their next star player because it's not like rugby, like rugby, like, and it's especially in New Zealand, there's such a culture of like school sports and it's a thing to be involved in your school and your sport. But then when it comes to football, like scouts aren't coming over to come watch like some Division 2 girls first 11 game. Like they're just not.
Yeah.
But they
And
might be. I don't know, to be fair.
I also like that kind of reminded me, but I remember it also being kind of a topic that if you didn't play in like the general season for school, you wouldn't be able to go to tournament week. And I feel like that's also a place, even for the boys, I know that that's kind of a tournament where there are actually scouts and like that's
Mm.
you want to go to. So it's kind of hard. Some schools obviously let, like if you're a great player, they obviously want you to go, but some schools are kind of headstrong and don't let that happen. But yeah, I remember that being another thing, being like, some girls want to just play club and then also go to the tournament week, but I I think it was a case to case scenario, but sometimes that isn't allowed to happen.
It just depends on who you are as a player and what you want. Like, I think just try do as much as you can. Like, if you could do both, do both. Just whatever makes you happy and what's fun about it. Like, whatever brings you the most joy, just do that
Yeah.
one.
And at the end of the day, like you only experience high school once. So if you're not enjoying school football, don't do it. Like go do something
Yeah.
that you enjoy because that's what you'll look back on. You don't want to look back on it being like, oh, why did I do that? Like I literally hated it. If you don't like it, don't do it. Kind
Mm.
of.
And also, like, if you're involved with club football over the summer at school, you can also get in, like, I did like social tennis randomly. Like, you can get involved in school in other way if you are someone that really enjoys your club sport. Like, try a new one in a time of year that doesn't clash with the season that you want to prioritize.
That's good advice. Yeah. Because like I
Yeah.
know it is such a big thing for schools to have a a person in premier team at school, and if you can't do it in football because you have club or whatever it is, like I'm sure like squash or something like that
Yeah, totally.
kind of thing.
Or
So,
even like
so
trying over the summer, I think athletics is quite a big thing. And if you're trying to improve your football, like pick up like running,
yeah,
like just do something like that.
yeah,
Or because that would be fun. Just I feel like any sport, any exercise is good exercise anyway, especially during school because you've got to keep your brain in check and not crash out about academics. So just anything is good. Yeah. So I want to discuss our. I need to introduce this properly, actually. Um, Millie and Billy Noble presents our New Zealand athletes. Maybe I don't know if I want to restrict it to athletes actually. Football starting 11 without football players.
yes.
So in goal, I have Stephen Adams.
Great shout. I think that's
Yes.
obvious. Wingspan, everything. Yeah.
And I feel like you just kind of have to. He has the goalkeeper look. Like if I saw him in
Yeah.
goal, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Who did we decide for left back? I think
Lisa
you actually had.
Carrington.
Yes, 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 yes.
She
She
would
just.
just never get tired. She'd be up and down, put in a tackle, body someone. Like,
Yeah, I think I decided on a 4-3-3.
nice. Yep.
So I had my centre backs were Valerie Adams and Sam Whitelock.
Okay. Love. I had Israel Adesanya. Imagine
Okay,
him.
okay.
He'd be like skillful.
Yes, no, 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 but hear me out, hear me out, hear me out.
Okay.
So I had my right back was
Sorry, centre back.
who?
Sunny Bill.
Oh, that was it. That was it. That was it.
I think he'd be
Yeah, I
so good
think
centre back.
he would be a very good centre back. Yeah, so my right back was Portia Woodman because I feel like she'd just be good.
I agree.
Um, yeah. Midfield, I had Dan Carter because I could see him being like kind of, I don't know, like a bit of a 10 situation, but then I
I could
wasn't
see
sure.
that. Yeah. Like creative.
Yeah, yeah. Like
I could also
creative,
see
but still
like
like,
Golden Barrett on like left wing.
yeah.
Um,
See, my left wing, I had the BMX woman, Sarah Walker. I don't know
oh,
why. I just
period.
feel like, I don't know. I just feel like to be a left wing, you have to be a little bit techy, but still
Yeah.
have pace. And I feel
Yeah.
like BMX vibes just really align with that. And you have to be kind of like you have to have the skills. And
Yeah.
then my right wing, I had Liam Lawson,
Nice.
just because again,
I could
pace.
see
And
him
then
being little bit of a six. Like,
oh, that's I agree with that.
um,
Yeah.
strong neck. Just you'd have to be chicken
Mm.
for 2 seconds.
And also who I think would be a really good central attacking midfielder, Lil Cam, Ruby Tui.
Good idea. I also think Lydia Ko could be a shout. Like just
No, no,
because
no.
thing.
Lydia Ko. is my set piece coach. And then she's 100% my set piece coach. And
Her and Ryan Fox, they could be set
yes,
pieces.
but then I also think Ryan Fox could potentially be on the bench and he could be like like you bring him on when like there's a
I
set
think he could
piece.
go on. Yes, great idea. I think he'd be like sneaky good at headering.
Impact, definitely. Um, and then my striker was Eliza McCartney, our pole vault queen. Just I don't know, I just think she'd have it. Like,
Yeah.
because you kind of have to like fling yourself around a little bit, like as you know, you've been flinging yourself around to score, and I feel like she'd be able to fling herself around to score. Um, and who was my coach?
I also think Amelia Kerr, the cricketer, would be good as the eight,
Yes.
like
And
in
I
the
also
midfield,
think
smart.
yeah, she'd be good in the midfield with Dan.
Yeah.
Like her Dan Carter would be good in the midfield. My assistant coach is Paddy Gower. Just switch it up. My physio is Kylie Clegg. Um and who else do I got? I don't know who's the gaffer is the real question. Like who
Oh, I think maybe like Richie McCaw. That could be
Yeah,
fun.
it has to be, doesn't it? It just
Yeah.
has to be. Oh, who's my like strength and conditioning coach?
Oh,
Guy Williams.
okay. Okay. Who
He
would be good?
brings
Like, I feel like Abby Essig would be like really good at that. She's like a beast.
yes, she would be so good. And then I don't know where she would be, but I want Sophie Pascoe somewhere in the team. Um,
Yes. And I think Zoe Sadowski Sinnott.
yes. Oh my God, yes.
Right.
I
I think
think
she's a good
yeah.
striker.
Wait, she would be the striker, 100%. Again, like just something about the vibes.
I think we could have a cricketer in there.
No, I think Trent Bolt would be really good for some
I
reason.
agree. Yeah.
Like I think he would be good as maybe like come on. I think he'd be a good defensive player.
Yeah. Like, he gives me kind of fullback vibes.
Oh, I'd also want who's that sailing dude? I want him in the staff.
Oh, Burling. Peter
Yeah,
Burling?
yeah, Peter Burling. I want him like on the coaching staff.
Yeah, he'd be good
Yeah.
coach, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe him and Richie like have got
Yeah.
something going on. Well, not
Coach and
got something going
assistant.
on. Yeah, they've got like a good I feel like they'd have a good dynamic. Um
Yeah. Let's do
yeah,
that.
leading the team. Yeah. I think that's a great lineup.
We'll put
we'll
the
watch this
graphic.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where it will be. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Like we've got depth in that squad, not gonna lie. I'm trying to think if there's any wild cards that I would have.
Irene van Dyke as a striker. I think bring her on for a set piece in the 80th minute. You're down 1-0. She's going to hit her one home for sure.
You just know she would like set a new record for like banging in a penalty. Like
Oh,
she would be
sure.
so good at pens.
Yeah, for sure.
She would be like our she'd be our pen taker. And also she'd be really good at free kicks as well. From like outside the box. You just know she's like getting that in. Like everyone's just like Irene's got it. I actually met her. I went to the Netball World Cup when it was in Australia.
Yeah, fun.
And on the way back, we saw her at the airport and we were like, Irene, can we have a photo, please? She was like, she
She's so
is just,
tall.
she's
We
just
saw her
so tall.
climbing up Mount Maunganui and it was like so random, but I was like, oh, who's that? She's
Hey,
so
Queen.
cute. But
Yeah, she's quite the netball player. I wish I could have been more into netball. I just really wasn't. I feel like you would have been decent.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
good. I was center.
I just don't think I was very good at it. Like, I think I was just really crap at netball. Like, to be honest, I was just really average at a lot of sports in school. Like, like I was fine at football. I was very average at netball. I was slightly above average at cricket. I was very average at ski racing.
Wow.
What else did I do? Terrible at tennis. very below average at touch. And I had a year where I was good at cross country. Like I think it was year three, and I came second, but then I worked myself up so much the next year that it like at the start of cross country went up like a hill, and I like fake fell over and hurt my knee, so I wouldn't have to do it because I was so anxious about it.
I just know you planned that. Like, I'm gonna
I
like,
did.
I'm not gonna run this race.
No,
I
because
don't
I was like, what if?
pressure of
Yeah,
coming second again.
no, and it was cause really cute the year before. Like my best friend and I, like she came first, I came second, and then I think I came like third the year before. But but I don't even know how. Like if you ask anyone at primary school and you say like, did Billy? They'd probably be like, no, like that girl was not a runner in primary school. Like they probably would not remember at all. I feel like people that came first at cross country in primary school were like P. That was how you determined someone's like level of how cool they were, like and how well they were going to succeed in life, like based on their cross country running.
Or
Like
like
that was
the
it.
sprint at athletics still,
Yeah.
like if you were the fastest. Whew.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was like the dream. That was really the dream. I was terrible at high jump. Terrible at high jump. Like I couldn't get over. I was so well, look at me, Millie. You
Yeah.
think I'm good at high jump? You would have been a beast at high jump.
Not gonna lie, I won Australia and New Zealand high jump. Yep.
What the hell?
That was
Did
like
you?
year seven. Yeah, I was like
Oh my
full like
god.
athletics. I did it all. Like, but high jump, that was my event. I broke like the Auckland record in maybe year 8 or year 7, something like that.
What the side quest?
Yeah.
Hello?
And
What do
then
you
and
mean?
then in was it year 10 I went to like zones for high jump and came second maybe.
Oh my god.
It was so random because I hadn't done it in years, but I was just always good at high jump for no reason. I was good. I had the good
For
technique.
no reason? You're like 90% legs.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally all legs, no no upper body. Literally no upper body. I looked at a photo the other day and I was like, wow. Like
That's not, you're saying it like it's a bad thing though. I don't
sometimes
think
it
having,
looks a little weird. Like
I don't think you,
literally no 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 torso, just full legs. Some photos I see, I'm like, oh.
what's that video of like Kendall Jenner and she's like, yeah, doctors have said I'm like built like an, I'm just like, my body is just
Built.
built to be, yeah, I'm like built like an athlete. So I feel like that's better than, I don't think that's a bad thing. As
Yeah.
long as you can, yeah,
I do like
I
having
think,
fun, but
yeah.
some of the action shots in football, I see myself, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of leg. Like, put those things away, girl. Wow.
And it doesn't help in football as well because when you run, like football shorts, like really can ride up. Like they're not
Exactly. My
really.
shorts are so short, so then my whole leg is so long. Even in just standing photos, like photos before the
Yeah.
game, and then I'm standing next to people, and my my legs are just so much longer than everyone else's, but I end up being the same height. It's so weird.
Yeah. I feel like I don't have very long legs, but I don't really, that would be a struggle for me because I'm so pasty and having like my pasty legs out. I would have to be fake tanning constantly. Oh, another thing that I saw someone asked on, I think, TikTok was because we were talking about like time zones for games the other day. And I think someone was talking about how you handle like playing like at night, like when it's really late and
Yeah,
like staying awake for games.
yeah, I did see that. So honestly, I like night games, but the whole day before that is pretty tough because you can't really do anything before, so you're just kind of moping around waiting for the game to happen. So in that sense, I do prefer like day games just because you don't have as much time to think about things and you're not just sitting around all day. But I like the feeling of playing at night more just because it's dark and it's
Yeah.
lights are out and all that. But
Bit more of a vibe, isn't it?
yeah, it is. But I think I preferred that because I had school the whole day, so I wasn't really focusing on it. And then the night game came, but now that I'm playing pro. I literally have the whole day. I do nothing. I like walk around basically just eating and like relaxing. So it is tough to like stay in the zone, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I
The
would say
vibes make up for it.
yeah. I would just say like try and keep yourself busy, like maybe hang out with some friends during the day and don't make it like a whole thing and don't
Yeah.
get up and don't I don't know
I can
because it's
kind of imagine
very
it
easy.
being like I remember for like if I was like working at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or like I had like a night where I was working like in the evening the whole day. I'm just like, oh my, well, obviously you're excited to play football, but I just remember, oh my God, like I have work tonight. Like I get like paralyzed. Like
Yeah,
I just don't feel like I can do anything else.
exactly. It kind of like feels like it takes over your whole day when it doesn't really need to, but
Yeah. Even if I have like plans in the evening, like if I'm like going out, like I'll just like get in my head and I'll just
yeah.
like psych myself out that I'm feeling a particular way when I'm really actually fine.
Yeah, and you can't really do anything. But I
No.
would say tips to like make a night game good. I would say just make sure you're eating right, make sure your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then pre-match because it is a bit awkward timings with some meals. And then just make sure you're stretching and getting out and being active during the day to keep your legs
Mm.
moving. And then, yeah, just do whatever
Yeah.
preparations you normally do, write a few things on your hand if that's what you want to work on, things like that. But yeah, just try and stay locked in and remember you're having fun and if it's not going your way, just think next touch and hopefully you'll play well.
Maybe it would help like if it is a recurring thing of an evening, like in the days leading up or just getting into a routine of ensuring you maybe being more active in the evenings, like around the time when you might have a game, like even just going on a walk or going on a run around the time when you might have a game might help. Like just get in that mindset, get your body used to being active at that time, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
good
know.
choice. No, that does make sense. Like if we're playing a night game, often we'll have our match day -1 at the similar time as um the game would be. I guess just to prepare yourself a little more.
Oh, see, that was just all my
So
thinking.
yeah,
Didn't actually do it.
yeah.
Next, what I would like to have a little chat about is it's currently the Women's Euros, and we're up to, I think, yeah, semi-finals now in a couple of days. So I'd like to know what your semi-finals and finals predictions are for the Women's Euros. On the 22nd of July, we have England versus Italy. What do you think, Millie? Semi-final.
I'm thinking England are gonna take that one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm going.
2-0 maybe?
I just don't. Yeah, I don't know if I can see Italy scoring in that. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Although England have been a little shaky. They've obviously had some great performances, but also their performance against France and then Sweden. I don't know. Like
I agree with 2-0. I think I'm gonna stick with 2-0.
2-0.
Um, and then we have Germany Spain.
This will be a good game. I I don't think it's going to be super high scoring. I think maybe 1-0 Spain.
See, I was gonna say 1-0 Germany.
Really?
I don't know
Interesting.
why. I don't know. I just kind of want Germany to go through. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I think 1-0 Germany. But oh my gosh, what was it? The Spain Switzerland. Spain was so good against Switzerland. Like they were
Yeah.
just
But it did take them a while to score, so I think if Germany come up with like a game plan to shut them out, I think it could be an interesting game because they kept them. Was it nil all at halftime?
yeah, I think it
I
was.
think
No,
it
yeah,
was.
it definitely was.
So they just got
Though
to
that
be
game
consistent
definitely
and blend in their defense, and I don't know. They've got amazing attackers, so maybe break them on the
I
counter.
think that
That's another thing.
yeah,
I feel like
that well
Spain
Switzerland
overproduced a
got
lot.
them a lot on the counter, but it just didn't really work
Yeah.
for Switzerland. But I think that game probably gave Germany like a lot to take on. Like
Yeah,
that
I agree.
really it was quite a I think typical game for Spain at so it gave them a lot to see. It really showed like the weaknesses and the strengths. So I think that will be a really good game. But so if it was theoretically we'll go for you, Millie. You're predicting then a England-Spain final. What are you thinking there?
Oh, I think it could go either way, honestly. On anyone's day in these knockout rounds, like if they're having their day and they're having an amazing game, they're going to win it. But I would say I could see Spain winning.
Mm,
And I think it would be nice because obviously their World Cup was kind of shadowed by that whole incident with
yeah.
the guy. So
Yeah.
I think it would be nice for them to have their moment and yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I do love like a lot of the England team players, but I don't know, I'm kind of rooting for Spain on this one, or I'd want Spain, or obviously if that was it, but I'd also just want Germany to win for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I
They've
also
just been,
I just love the England vibe just because it's so in our media. So I think
yeah.
it's cool for them to win, but they've also won it last time. So
And there's like a lot of there's a lot of Arsenal girls in that team who play with a lot of Aussie girls who's connected to like New Zealand. So there's kind of, I guess, for us New Zealanders watching, like I probably feel the biggest, and I guess I live in England as well, but I feel the biggest like uh connection to the England
yeah.
team, I would say.
That would be so fun. You could go watch the final at like a
I
pub or something. That'd
I
be
know they've actually, yeah, and they've got like a setup and that I didn't even realize in Birmingham, like they've got a big projector and like sun lounging chairs for people to watch the games. So that would be really fun. I'm hopefully gonna find somewhere to watch the semis. But it's been quite a good vibe. Like I've seen 'cause for the last women's Euros, I obviously knew about it, but now that I was living in New Zealand, like you know,
yeah, not
but
much coverage.
definitely I've noticed like when I was in London last week, there's much more of a vibe. I've seen more football shirts out and more advertisement about it, which is really cool to see. Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode of Millie and Billy No Ball. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Millie and Billy No Ball and subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already. Millie and Billy No Ball.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.